Hey everyone, Ken Horowitz from Sega16.com back with another pickup video. And this time I've got a bunch of games for a whole bunch of systems, old and new, and I even have a new system. So I'm going to show you what I got. As always, I try to keep these buys below 20 items or so to try and keep the videos down in length, but I got some really good stuff this time. I'm going to start with some Sega stuff. I got a lot of good Sega stuff this time. The first thing I got is Resident Evil Code Veronica for the Dreamcast. I got this from a friend of mine named Darren from Seattle, Washington, who plays in a band called the Ancient Warlocks. So if you're up in the Seattle area, you want to rock out and have a great time, go check out Ancient Warlocks. And for a really great price, I got Code Veronica complete with the manual and everything in excellent condition. So I'm really happy to have gotten that from Darren. Thanks a lot, Darren. I appreciate it. I also got for the Mega CD A-Rank Thunder, which is this Guyver-like anime RPG. The Spanish. Oh, I wish it was in Spanish. The Japanese language barrier is pretty brutal in this one, but I'm trying to work through it, see if I can actually get through and play. But it looks really cool, and the cutscenes are awesome, so I'm hoping I'm able to get through that and actually play it. And I got some Genesis games. I got Shanghai 2, The Dragon's Eye, which is a Mahjong game. I've never played Mahjong, and this was intact, pristine condition. It even has the little leaflet that goes with it, and that was $7.95 shipped. So I figured I'd take a chance. I hear good things about this game. It was reviewed on Sega 16 pretty well, so I want to check it out and see if it's any fun. I also finally managed to score a complete copy of Weapon Lord for a decent price. This game can go for like $40, $45 complete. I got mine for $24.95 shipped, and it has the box in great shape. It comes with the manual, the registration card, and the cartridge in good shape. So finally happy to have this one in my collection. This one was on my list for a while, and I've been looking for it. Never found it for a good price. I also managed to pick up a copy of Warp Speed on the Genesis, which is by Accolade, which seems to me like it uses the Star Control engine, because the graphics and the style of play seem to be very reminiscent of Star Control. So I love Star Control, so I'm looking forward to playing this one. And I also got Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Crossroads of Time, which is one of those where the hell do I go now type of games. And at first, I mean, a lot of people get the impression when they first boot it up that this game sucks. But once you give it some time, you realize that this is basically almost like a point-and-click game, but where you actually control the character instead of just moving a cursor. But it's got many of the same elements of a point-and-click, but it does have action. You fight enemies with your phaser, and you scan for things with the tricorder and everything. And it was really interesting, so I'm glad to finally have picked that up. I got it in decent condition, except, you know, the box is a little, with some glue, put that back in shape. These cardboard boxes are garbage. They're horrible, and they always get messed up, so I'm probably going to be printing out a nice, glossy custom insert for this one. Even the exact same as the box, exactly the same as the box, but just in an insert, put in a clamshell case, because these cardboard boxes suck. And the last one I got was Adventures of Mighty Max, which I took a risk on for $5, and I played it, and it looks like they were trying to go for Global Gladiators and the graphical style in that, but they missed the gameplay completely, because the jumping is so floaty, and he skids around a lot, and it is very difficult to control. I'll give it another try, but kind of disappointed with the way this one worked out. I also got a Wii game. Kmart is closing out their game sales. They're having, I think, like 45% off. And I got Batman Brave and the Bold for Wii for $3.85. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. It's a side-scrolling, platforming, action beat-em-up like, and it features 2-player simultaneous play, which is awesome. You know, it's a Batman game. I can play this with my kids. So, and it's Batman. I like Batman. So, but from what I understand, it's a quality game. So I'm eager to try that one out. I got some PlayStation stuff too. This is a series I've never heard of really. I wasn't really into it. and then the games were really cheap, and when I heard it was kind of like Monster Hunter, I decided to take a chance. I have the PlayStation Vita TV, so I figured why not put something, give it some use, so I got Ragnarok Ace. There are a couple of PlayStation Vita games that are compatible that I'm interested in. This one was cheap, so I decided to pick it up, and not long after I got that, this is the first Ragnarok Odyssey. Not long after I got that, I got Ragnarok Odyssey Ace on the PlayStation 3, pretty cheap, so I was really happy to pick that one up. I haven't played this one yet, but I can't imagine it's much different from the other one. But, you know, I love Monster Hunter, I love like Phantasy Star Online, so any game that lets me go and fight big monsters and things like that, I'm into. So I figured for the price, why not? I also got South Park, Stick of Truth. I love South Park. And this game is like, you're playing an episode. It is an episode. It is hilarious. The visuals, everything. It is an episode of South Park that's fully playable. This is awesome. They could make games like this every year for forever. And I don't care. I would buy them and play them because this game is awesome. It's an RPG, a very well done RPG. But it's an episode of South Park. And finally, now there's only one person on the planet who hasn't played Grand Theft Auto 5 because I got a copy. I was, I think, one of 2 people who hadn't played it. My daughter, my oldest daughter, is in the 6th grade, and she told me that kids in her class made fun of me because I hadn't played Grand Theft Auto. The 11-year-olds made fun of me because I hadn't played Grand Theft Auto. Well, you know what, kids? No, now I've done it. Now you can't make fun of me anymore. I actually have Grand Theft Auto, which is really a damn good game. Thing is, of course, I can't play it near my kids, and I don't know how these 11-year-olds were playing it because this game would make a sailor blush. The words, the language. It's just, I mean, it's drugs, sex, violence, but it's just expletives everywhere. This game has some very nasty language, so I don't know why parents are letting their kids play this. You know, but I'll play it when they go to bed because I'm not an adult. I never grew up. I just learned how to behave in public. So, but I'll wait until my kids go to sleep before I play it. And the last thing I got, my biggest score was from my friend Kelvin. We did a neat trade for some Master System games, and I got me an Atari 7800. I have been wanting an Atari for the longest time. Now, I was conflicted because I wanted a 7800 because I want to collect 7800 games because there aren't that many. But I also love the aesthetics, the look of the 2600. The Vader console, the Heavy Sixer, they're beautiful machines. The wood grain, the Atari logo, it's just awesome. But I wanted to play 7800 games, so I decided to compromise and go with the 7800, and that way I'll get the most of both worlds. The only problem is, of course, is that this thing is RF, so I'm going to have it modded for composite. I'm not going to mod it for S-Video because I'm not interested in seeing really detailed pixels. So composite is fine, but that way I'll be able to hook it up to any TV. The deal we did came with a lot of games, 7800 and 2600. 7800 I got Food Fight, which is one of my favorites. I love this in the arcade, and I love it on the 7800. Pole Position 2, which is awesome. Mario Brothers, gotta have Mario Brothers, which is a very good port. Karateka, which is, I love this game on the Apple. I used to play this game in the 7th grade in typing class. We finished our assignments. Half the class was typewriters, half the class were Apple IIs. We finished our typing assignments, and the teacher would let us go play Oregon Trail and Math Blaster and Karateka. And everybody else went for the educational games. I went for the karate game. And last but not least, Galaga, which is awesome as well. And I got a lot of 2600 games to go with them. I got Dig Dug. I got Joust. Chopper Command. Gotta love Chopper Command. I just love the sound of the gun in this game. Chum, 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 chum. Awesome. Centipede. Graphics may not be much to look at, but 2600 Centipede is intense. This is a damn good port. The feel of the game. They didn't capture the aesthetics because it was the Atari, but the feel of the game was Centipede. They did an excellent job. One I'm especially happy to have, Berserk. Love the artwork on these old Atari games, but this is a very good port. I really love Berserk. Can't wait to get this on, get Frenzy as well, but I love this game. It's probably one I've been playing the most. Breakout, which is awesome. I don't care how old and simple it is, but Breakout rocks. Asteroids, which is cool. Vanguard, which I love in the arcade. Tapper, which ironically enough, Sega. Space Jockey. River Raid, which is awesome as well. I want to get River Raid 2 someday. Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is cool now that I actually know how to play it. I remember back in the day I didn't know what the hell to do, but now I know how to play it, so I will definitely be playing this one again. Phoenix, one of my favorites in the arcade game. I remember in elementary school I used to go over to local 7-Eleven and play this. And of course, last but not least, Miss Pac-Man, which is an excellent port. So I'm really happy to finally begin an Atari collection. Atari games aren't that expensive. $7,800. I'm going to go for a box 7,800 collection because I've seen them on eBay boxed sealed for like $10. So I want to take advantage before collecting gets nuts on that, and I want to build up a nice. They don't have to be sealed, but I want them to have the box and stuff because you can do it cheap. $2,600. I don't care if they're boxed or not, just loose cartridge. But I'm very happy to have. He also the console came with 2 controllers which work and a paddle controller. So I'm very happy with that. So that's everything I got for this video. I'll be back again with another video. I'm probably going to do a couple of videos on other subjects before the next pickup video. But in the meantime, head over to Sega16.com and check out our reviews, features, and interviews. Head over to the forum and join the community. Check us out on Facebook, right? And give us a like, thumbs up the videos, comment and subscribe. Tell me what you got in your latest pickups. Tell me what you think of my pickups. And until next time, take care.